Welcome to Varsity Voices Football. I'm Jeff DeVeronica. He's James Johnson. We're here to talk some playoff football in its Class B style. Top-seeded Batavia against number 8 UPrep. And we don't normally talk about a 1-8 game because that's supposed to be a lopsided game, right? One team's really good. One team just got into the playoffs. But this one we're talking about, James. Why are we talking about this matchup?
Well, these two met during the regular season, and it came down to the final 10, 15 seconds. Last second win by Batavia, touchdown catch by Ray Leach. Back and forth game. There's no fear factor anymore because you've seen each other, so they'll be able to go all out.
UPrep, we know, does not feel like a number 8 seed. They feel like they could win the whole thing. And they've done that in other sports too. We know that. This was week 3, the first time they met at Rhino Stadium, and Batavia 30-26 escaped with the victory. It was a Jerry Reinhardt touchdown pass to Ray Leach with for 23 yards with just 7 seconds left. That was the difference in that ball game. Reinhardt was terrific that night. 13 for 22 through the air, 182 yards and 3 touchdowns passing. Also 55 yards on the ground. He's a weapon, James, and he's got some targets too. Chandler Baker, 4 catches that night for 86 yards. Ray Leach. This is a diverse attack. Let's look at some of these playmakers on some highlights, all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
These guys are good. What do you know about some of these guys?
A lot of athletes sprinkled throughout the program. They've kind of changed their style on how they operate. Before, they would try and pound the ball up and down the field, but if you have people who can go up and get passes, make plays in space, why not go that route? And, you know, they've had good quarterbacks the last, I want to say, 2 or 3 classes.
Yeah, look at Reinhardt right there, scrambling and hitting sophomore Antoine Odom. If you're named Antoine Odom and you're on a football team, it sounds like a wide receiver's name, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
And Ray Leach, just a sophomore, 5'11", 195 pounds. There's some more Reinhardt you see there. Nice touchdown pass to Baker. How do you see this matchup shaping up, James?
I think it's going to be too tough to ask UPrep to shut down Batavia.
What about the home field advantage? Now, before it was a neutral site.
That's another check mark against UPrep being able to shut down Batavia, I think if UPrep can keep pace, score, they have a diverse attack as well, and they believe that, you know, they have some matchup things on the outside, but they don't rely on one particular person, so it'll be pretty interesting. Usually if you just rely on one horse and that horse gets taken away, it's uh-oh time. But they can switch to different things, so maybe they'll be able to keep pace on the scoreboard. This
is a UPrep team that's pretty well traveled. They've had a schedule that's been a little up and down, obviously 3-4 in the season. Let's take a look at that schedule. In week 1, they beat Cardinal O'Hara 26-6, and then 2-0 on the season, they beat Salamanca. And then the 3 losses. The Batavia one we mentioned, lost to Medina out of Section 6. And certainly you lose to Bishop Kearney 13-28. The Kings are undefeated. That's a game where you can really gather something from those guys.
Yeah, he said that, Coach Terrell Cunningham said that out of their 4 losses, 3 of them, they were ahead late in the 4th quarter or they were by less than a touchdown. So.
Well, they're going against a coach. He's a young guy. He's a fiery guy. Brennan Briggs. History in his bloodlines with football. His dad, Jim Briggs, coached here for a long time in Gates Shiloh. What do you like about Coach Briggs?
That's that intensity. You know, he kind of has not a boyish look, but innocent looking look, but he gets after it.
Should be a fun matchup. It's a rematch. It's in Batavia. It's going to be fun. UPrep at Batavia. We'll talk to you again soon right here at DemocratChronicle.com. Thanks for watching Varsity Voices Football.